spot up in the 13 and under A final, the 100-meter butterfly. Swimming in lane 4 is Tyrone Chen, University of Calgary, in lane number 5. Maximilian Smorshak, Edmonton, Canada. Both these two swimmers this morning, 1:10, 5:4, identical splits. And tonight we do have in the boys 13 and under, 14 years old, 15 years old, and 16 and over finals. Tyrone Chen, 31.77, 0.4 of a second up on Smorchuk. In lane number 5, it is a battle of Alberta in 4 and 5, Calgary and Edmonton. And Chen looking pretty strong here as he comes to the red marks on the ropes indicating 15 meters left to go. And Tyrone Chen, 1:10.54 this morning in the prelims. And here he is winning the swim-off tonight in lane 4, 1:07.72. And our next results, those on that heat, are official. Next event now, 1:05. First heat is our 12 and under girls 200 IM A final. Mr. Referee. For the women 12 and under in the water. Swimming in lane number 1, Demi Wilson, University of Calgary. Lane number 2 is Sean Chen, also University of Calgary. Lane 3, Alexis Swan, University of Calgary. Lane number 4, Elise Cook, Edmonton, Canada. Lane 5, Maya Harrington, University of Calgary. Lane 6, Angelina Wang. Lane number 7, Evelyn Washbrook from Killarney. And lane 8, Alice Zhang, University of Calgary. It's Harrington in lane 5. Hitting the 100 wall first, 1:15.33. The time that won this event last year, 2:41.44. The meet record for 12 and under girls goes back 11 years to 2012 by Megan Mortar, a time of 2:35.42. Cook in lane number 4, now picking it up on the breaststroke, just a second off that record. See how she does as she moves up between the two University of Calgary swimmers on either side of her in 3 and 5. It's going to be Cook now to the 150-meter mark out in front. Here to the 1:58.5, 1/10 of a second up on Maya Harrington. Alexis Swan in lane number 3 goes back to third as it is only 35 meters of freestyle left to go. Just need to be better than 37 seconds to get down to that meet record. It has stood for a long time, 11 years. And I think we're going to see the first meet record of the weekend is going to go to Elise Cook in lane 4, Edmonton, Canada. Look at this, 2:32.21, breaking that old mark by 3 seconds. Second in silver goes to Maya Harrington, lane number 5 from University of Calgary, and third goes to Alexis Swan, University of Calgary in lane 3. A reminder to all of our swimmers that medal presentations are happening immediately following your race at the awards podium. Results on the board are official. Swimmers, please clear the pool. Heat number 2 now. This is our 13-year-old A final. Mr. Referee. Now our 13-year, it is Heat 2, our 13 years of age final. Swimming in lane number 1, Kiera Crane, Edmonton, Canada. Lane number 2, Lila Thiessen, Cascade. Lane 3, Grandnumi Ashwargi from University of Calgary. Lane 4, Hillary Cow, University of Calgary. Lane 5 is Peyton Tucker from Parkland. Lane 6, University of Calgary, Stephanie Zhang. Lane 7 has Parkland, Sarah Harbin. And lane number 8 from the University of Calgary, Sophia Becker. This event was won in a meet record time last year of 2:29.93 by Danica Douglas. Goes to the first 100 meters. 1:11.31 is the split time by Ashwargi in lane 3. It's followed by Stephanie Zhang in lane number 6. Moving on to the breaststroke, we'll see if that position should change. Still Ashwargi out in front in lane number 3. Lane number 4, Hillary Gao is starting to move up as they come to the 150-meter mark. So going to be Ashwargi in lane 3 out in front, but 4, 5, and 6 all racing hard for that silver and bronze medal finish. Ashwargi this morning, she was a 240.68. Going to be underneath that here tonight. And Renumi Ashwargi in 3, a big drop from this morning, 235.10. Second goes to Peyton Tucker, Parkland in lane number 5. And third, University of Calgary's Stephanie Zhang in lane 6. Results on the board are official. Go on to our next heat now. Heat number 3 is going to be our 14-year-old A final. Mr. Referee. Just a reminder to anybody looking to catch a bit of that weather outside on the outdoor patio. It is live streaming in the beer barn. That is on the south side of the pool, the concrete patio. In lane number 1 from the Mavericks is Sofia Kristiakova. Lane 2 from the Mavs, Lucy Weens. Lane 3 from Nose Creek, Kelly Plosh. Lane number 4 from Edmonton, Haley Beeler. Lane 5 from LA Swimming, Kaylin Lothian. Lane 6 from the Mavericks, Michaela Paul. Lane 7 from Cascade, Lydia Zelke. And lane 8 from Killarney, Kyle Kidd. 1:10.85 is a split time for Beeler. Leads away in lane number 4, followed by Lothian in lane 5. Fourteen-year-old meet record in this one. Time of 2:27.89. Kaylee Beeler turning at 1:54.53 down at the 150-meter mark. She needs to be back in 33 seconds. Get a little bit to get down to that 2:27. She was 2:30.67 this morning in prelims. She got 25 meters of freestyle left to go. Lothian giving chase in lane number 5 as they come to the finish. It's going to be Haley Beeler in lane 4 for Edmonton Keano. And Beeler, a good drop from this morning, 2:29.32 for the win. Second goes to Kaylin Lothian in lane number 5. And third goes to lane number 2, Lucy Weens from the Mavericks. Results on the board are official. Next up is heat number 4. This is a 15 and over swimmers. This is going to be the first of 2 heats, your B final. Mr. Referee. Lane 1 is Sophia Idle, Cascade. Lane 2, Layla Medic, Cascade. Lane number 3, Maria Resende Romero, Cascade. Lane number 4, Sadie Anderson, Regina Dolphins. Lane 5, Rianne Cameo, Killarney. Lane 6, Lane Burbeck, Olympians. Lane 7, Maya Scher, Killarney. Lane number 8, Chloe Kessel from the Bow Valley Riptides. And at the touch, lane 2, 2:35.00. Lando Medic wins our B final. Results on the board are official. Moving now to heat number 5, which is the last heat in the women's 200-meter individual medley. This is our 15 and over girls A final. Mr. Referee. Okay, finalists, swimming in lane number 1, Priya Thomas, Red Deer, Catalina. Lane 2 is Joanna Robertson, Cascade. Lane 3, Mackenzie Wallish, University of Calgary. Lane 4, Eliana Phillips, Edmonton, Keano. Lane 5, Hannah Bennett, University of Calgary. Lane 6, Kaylee Crane, Edmonton, Keano. Lane 7, Kasha Dreyer, University of Calgary. Lane 8, Sonia Bakshi, University of Calgary. Top time this morning was Phillips in lane number 4 from Keano, 2:25.13. The record stands at a time of 2:17.34, set in 2019 by Avery Wiseman. Wiseman went on later that summer to win a medal at the World Junior Championships in the 50-meter breaststroke event, swimming for the Olympian Swim Club. Pool record in this one is a time that goes back all the way to 2007. Time of 2:15.01. That was Stephanie Horner. At the 100, 107.69 is a split time by Crane in lane 6. And Phillips moving up in lane number 4. She's out ahead of Crane, out ahead. Hannah Bennett in lane number 5 as they come to the last wall. The hit's going to be streamlined underwater, popping up freestyle for the last length of this women's 200-meter individual medley. Phillips, Bennett, and then Crane. Keep your eye on lane number 3, Mackenzie Wallach. She is up and contending for a podium finish as they come to the end. It's going to be Phillips in lane number 4, Edmonton, Keano, 2:23.13. Second goes to Bennett in lane number 5, and third. Looks like we might have had a light touch in the middle of the pool. Wait and see. Looks like third goes to Kaylee Crane, Edmonton, Keano in lane 6.
So
Here we go with our next event, event number 110. This is the boys 100-meter backstroke. Going to have 5 heats in this event tonight. First up will be heat 1. This is your 13 and under boys A final. Mr. Referee. 1400 final of the 100-meter backstroke. Our top qualifiers, Aaron Chow in lane 4. 106.41 this morning. Chow out quick on this first 50 meters. He's got almost a body length on the field as he turns around. 31.45 on that first 50. About a second up on Ali Cardass. Again, lane number 5 for Killarney. And then the 3rd and 3 is Keenan Sen, University of Calgary. Cardass trying to make contact with Chow in lane number 4 as they come to the finish. Going to be pretty close. Of course, Aaron Chow in lane number 4, 106.61, 0.3 of a second up on Ali Cardass for silver and 5. And then 3rd and bronze goes to Mateo Chen in lane 3 from the University of Calgary. Results on the board are official. Next seat is heat number 2, our 14-year-old final. Mr. Referee. Heat number 2, the 14-year-old final. Alan Piddock in lane 4, top seed at 105.32. Just 2 seconds over the meet record, a time of 103.21 set in 2018. Piddock at Killarney in lane 4 out in 31.82. Oliver Maddox sits second for Keanu in lane number 3. Followed by Pablo Zendias from Killarney in 6. And it will be Alan Piddock in lane number 4, 105.57. Taking gold for Killarney. Second goes to Saskatoon Goldfinns. Kian Wu with a great finish in lane 5. 3rd and bronze goes to Edmonton Canos. Maddox Oliver in lane 3. Results on the board are official. Next is heat number 3. This is the 15-year-old A final. Mr. Referee. Just 0.2 of a second separate our top 2 qualifiers in lane number 4. Your Cascade teammates, Broden Kelly and Jonah Smith. At the 50 this morning, they were just 7/100ths of a second apart. Let's see where they are here tonight as they go around the first 50 meters. It's close again. Kelly with the advantage at 31.10. A 0.3 of a second up on Smith in 5, followed by lane number 3. That's Sierra Tachanovic from the Saskatoon Goldfinns. Lead record in this one pretty quick, 56.51. And Kelly now starting to separate from the rest of the field as he comes to the flags and to the finish. Broden Kelly in lane 4, 103.40 for the win. Second goes to Jonah Smith in lane number 5 from Cascade, and third goes to lane 3, Saskatoon Goldfinch, Sierra Tusvanovic. Results on the board are official. Next up, this is going to be our 4th heat, the first of our 16 and over finals. This is the B final. Mr. Referee. And just a reminder to all of our spectators looking to get out and enjoy a bit of the sun. The beer barn is open on the south patio outside the main entrance to the building. Please make sure you show your invitation. First 50 meters of this B final goes to Daniel Alexander from LA Swimming. Around 31.19 seconds. And here we go. The B final goes to lane 4, 105.03. Daniel Alexander from LA Swimming. Results on the board are official. Next up, this is our 5th and our final heat. And the boys' 100-meter backstroke. It's our 16 and over A final. Mr. Referee. Thomas McDonald, lane number 4, University of Calgary, top qualifier. Great underwater out of lane number 5. That's Richie Stokes, University of Calgary. He swam for Canada at the World Championships last summer in the 200-meter backstroke. After winning that event at the World Championship Trials, Richie Stokes swam a 1:01.00 this morning. The record stands at a 55.88 set 4 years ago. 29.16 is the split time for McDonald, just 9/10 of a second back of Stokes in 5. Stokes this morning a 1:02.09, looking pretty strong here in the back end of this one. He's been as fast as 1:58.8 in his 200-meter event. And here goes Stokes for the win in 5, 58.07. Second goes to Thomas McDonald in lane number 4. And third goes to lane number 3. That's Killarney's Vlash Moldovan. Results on the board are official. We're going to turn our attention now down to the far end of the pool. We get ready for our next event. It is event number 115. This is the girls' open 50-meter butterfly. Heat number 1 is our 12 and under A final. Mr. Referee. Top qualifier in this, Maya Harrington, University of Calgary, 29.06. The meet record, a 28.02 from 14 years ago, done in 2009. Paige Kramer. And Harrington looking pretty strong in the middle of the pool. She's got a body length on the field as they come to the close. It's Harrington with the win, 28.59. Second goes to lane number 3, Megan Sutherland from the University of Calgary. And third goes to Mia Kehoe, swimming in lane number 6 for the Cascade Swim Club. Results on the board are official. On to our next heat. It's going to be heat number 2. It's our 13-year-old A final. Mr. Referee. Top qualifier in lane and number 4, Ishwargi. She already won the 200 IM just a few minutes ago. Right back at it here in the 50-meter freestyle, 28.03 this morning. Already a second faster than the winning time from last year. Ishwargi powering here to the finish at 27.48 for the win, more than a half second better than this morning. Second goes to Ellie Wise in lane number 5, and third goes to lane number 6. That's Cadence Waldhuber from the Calgary Patriots. Results on the board are official. Next heat, heat 3. This is our 14-year-old A final. Mr. Referee. Maria Melnick in lane number 4, top qualifier, University of Calgary, 28.09 this morning. Meet record at 27.37, set in 2019. A very tight field. Remember, spots in the women's marquee race are up for grabs here tonight. Top 8 finishers in the A finals overall, all ages get a trip into that race. 28.08 wins our 14-year-old final, Maria Melnick in lane 4, University of Calgary. Second goes to Edmonton Canals, Jasmine Lowell in lane 2. And third in bronze goes to lane number 6. That's the Goldfinns, Victoria Darling. Results on the board are official. Our next heats, this is for the 15 and over swimmers. We do have 2 heats of the 50-meter freestyle. Our first heat, this is heat 4. This is the 15 and over B final. Mr. Referee. Winning the final 27.50, that is Killarney's Olivia Hatch. Those results on the board are official. And now heat number 5. This is our 5th and our final heat of the girls 50-meter freestyle. 15 and over, A final now, Mr. Referee. Top qualifier, Peyton Kelly. She's been in the marquee 50-meter freestyle event before. She has won it, looking to set herself up here now tonight with a good one. She had 26.79 this morning. Meet record pretty quick. Back in 2019, a 25.90 by Kyla Leibel. And it is Kelly at the touch, 26.53. Second goes to lane number 5, Eliza Hausman, University of Calgary, and third in bronze, also to the University of Calgary. That's Hannah Johnson in lane 6. Results on the board are official. Just a reminder to all of our competitors who swam in that 50-meter freestyle tonight, if you finished in the top 8 after swimming in one of our 4A finals, if you finished in the top 8 overall, you will get an invite into tomorrow's marquee 50-meter freestyle event. That is our 7 by 50-meter freestyle on a 2-minute turnover race. Get ready for our next event now. Event number 120 is the boys' 400-meter individual medley. We have 4 heats in this event tonight. This is going to be heat number 1. This is our 13 and under A final. Mr. Referee. And 400 IM now. Beginning with our 13 and unders. So in lane number 1 is Marco Slavkowski, Edmonton Keanu. Lane 2, Brian Folk, Red Deer Catalina. Lane 3, Yakai Yang, University of Calgary. Lane 4, Graham Pardo, Edmonton Keanu. Lane 5, Landon Kennedy, Saskatoon Goldfinns. Lane 6, Edmonton Keanu, Jake Ferry. Lane 7 from the University of Calgary, Miguel Lorenzo. And lane 8 from the Saskatoon Goldfinns, Max Zhao. Leading through 100 meters butterfly, Graham Pardo, top qualifier for this race tonight. Soon for Edmonton County, lane number 4, he was 5:25.59. Time by Pardo this morning, almost a 15-second personal best. Getting himself down to 5:25. Next fastest is Landon Kennedy in lane 5 from Saskatoon. Swam a 5:31. It was almost an 8-second drop for him. Kennedy is sitting in second, moving up now in lane number 2. Ryan Falk, Red Deer Catalina, challenging to get himself up on the podium as they come to the halfway point. There's going to be 200 meters gone. And Pardo turns around in 2:33.62, followed by Falk in lane number 2, and dropping to third is Kennedy in lane 5 from Saskatoon. Pardo splitting 2:33.6, is about a half second faster than he was this morning. Starting to catch a stride here on this breaststroke and distance himself even further from the rest of the field. Now 100 meters of freestyle left to go. Graham Pardo turning 4:04. Just got a temperature report from the beer barn outside. It's sitting at 26 degrees and sunny on the patio. The last 50 meters of freestyle to go. We might be able to get Pardo under 5:20. Came in with a 5:40.36 entry time. And he's absolutely crushing it here today, down to 5:25 in the prelims. And here tonight, Pardo winning in lane 4, 5:18.03, 22 seconds on the day. Ryan Falk, Red Deer Catalina, he finishes second in lane 2. And third in bronze goes to the Saskatoon Goldfinns, Landon Kennedy in lane 5. And results on the board are official. Next is heat 2, the 14-year-old gay final. Mr. Referee. We've got 3 14-year-olds here tonight. Soren Young swimming in lane number 3 from Killarney. Lane number 4 from the Patriots, Samuel Bygrave. And lane number 5 from the University of Calgary, Ahmad Kanawi. Bygrave in lane number 4, he swam 5:32.97. Top qualifier here tonight. (1:13.29) is the split time for Bygrave. He did come into the meet with a 5:40 personal best. Down to 5:32. We already saw some big drops in the previous heat for 13 and under. Graham Pardo, 22 seconds on the day. Now coming to the halfway point in this boys 14 years of age 400-meter individual medley. (2:37.12) is the split time this morning by Bygrave. He's going to be right around that again here tonight. Coming to the 200, Samuel Bygrave, 2:38.43, just off where he was this morning. Sitting in second, it is lane number 5, Ahmad Kanawi, followed by Soren Young in lane number 3 as they go on to the breaststroke. Yeah, 50 meters of freestyle left to go in lane number 4, Bygrave from the Calgary Patriots. 50 meters of breaststroke left. Making a move is Soren Young in lane number 3. He's having a good breaststroke leg as he's closed that gap. And Young is going to be challenging for the lead as they come to the 300. Soren Young, Killarney having a great third leg of this boys 400-meter individual medley, now takes the lead. Young was a 5:53.55 this morning in the prelims. He turns at 4:19.6 at the 300. Just letting everybody know that we are streaming this event outside in the beer barn. Now Bygrave answering back with a good first 50 meters of freestyle. He's caught up and he's gone by Young as he comes to the last wall. Samuel Bygrave in lane at number 4, turning at 4:57.13, 50 meters left to go. And it is Bygrave from the Calgary Patriots in lane number 4, top seed tonight, and winning the boys, 14 years of age, 400-meter individual medley in 5:33.85. A good draw for Soren Young in lane 3. 18 seconds off from where he was this morning. 5:35.23 for silver. And third goes to lane number 5, Ahmad Kanawi from the University of Calgary. Results on the board are official. Next up, heat number 3. This is the 15 years of age A final. Mr. Referee. Boys 15 years of age. Swimming in lane 3, Saskatoon Goldfinns, Landon Duval. Lane number 4, University of Calgary, Jackie Dong. Lane 5 from the University of Calgary, Chai Hurst. And Jackie Dong, University of Calgary, 108.97 is a split at the 100. It was 5:17.57 this morning. Returning second, it is lane number 3, Landon Duval from the Goldfinns. Followed by University of Calgary's Ty Hurst in lane number 5. Dong this morning on 5:17 swim. Personal best by 15 seconds. He's coming to the halfway point. 100 meters of butterfly and almost 100 meters of backstroke done. He's got 100 meters of breast and 100 meters of freestyle this morning. It was 2:33.48 at the halfway point. And here he is, 2:32.00, a bit faster as he turns on to the breaststroke again, looking to improve upon that big drop he did this morning of 5:17.5. And Dong pacing pretty close to where he was this morning. Put up that great swim, dropping 15 seconds. And this morning, Dong at the 300, a 4:04.62. Turns a couple seconds better at 4:02.12. Landon Duval moved into second this morning. He swam a 5:38.45. Here we go, just a little bit more than 25 meters left in our 15 years of age final. And it's going to be Jackie Dong in lane number 4. Landed Dubai, best time this morning by 8 seconds, going as 5:38. And here comes Dong to the finish in lane number 4. 5:15.03. Second goes to Landon Dubai. And lane at number 3, another 8-second drop, 16 on the day, 5:30.58. And third goes to Chai Hurst in lane 5. And results on the board are official. Just a reminder to all of our swimmers, you can report to the awards podium for medal presentations immediately following your race. And we do have medals for first, second, and third, gold, silver, and bronze for our relay events. So we get our top 3 teams reporting for medal presentations during our relays for their medals. Next up in the 400 IM, this is going to be heat number 4. This is our 16 and over A final. Mr. Referee. Lane number 1, Gavin Picoe, Red Deer Catalina. Lane 2, Elijah O'Reilly, University of Calgary. Lane 3 is Noah Thompson, Edmonton Canal. Lane 4, Patrick McCloy, University of Calgary. Lane 5, Cohen Chan, Edmonton Canal. Lane 6, Addison Butler, University of Calgary. Lane 7, Alex Kolbach, Olympians. Addison Butler, lane number 6. He was 5:06.33 this morning, leading the way through the butterfly. He's out in 1:02, a 3-4 split. Followed by Patrick McCloy in lane number 4 for University of Calgary, and then Cohen Chan, Edmonton Canal in lane 5. McCloy this morning at 4:54.55. He's actually just a couple of 100ths of a second off of the winning time last year, 4:54.47. The meet record set in 2019 by Richie Stokes, University of Calgary, time of 4:40.73. Patrick McCloy taking over the lead for the University of Calgary in lane number 4. Coming in, splitting at 2:19.96 at the halfway point, followed by lanes 5 and 6, separated by just 9/100ths of a second. It's Addison Butler just ahead of Cohen Chan. As they move on to the breaststroke, we expect to see Butler in lane 6 try and pick it up and move on the field. They've still got a full body length to go before they can get up to Patrick McCloy in lane 4. It's McCloy, now Cohen Chan, then Addison Butler through the first 50 meters of breaststroke. Chan gaining some good ground with a 41-4 split. Patrick McCloy in 4, turning at 3:43.00, just 9/10 of a second now up on Cohen Chan. McCloy this morning at 4:54.5, Chan at 4:55.0. Well underneath the time put up last year. The meet record, though, looks like it'll be safe for another year. 50 meters left to go for McCloy as he turned in 32.36 on that 50. And here it is, Patrick McCloy in lane number 4, University of Calgary, 4:47.62 for the win. Second's going to go to Edmonton Canada's Cohen Chan in lane 5. The third bronze will go to Edmonton Canada's Noah Thompson in lane 3. Results on the board are official. We'll move on to our next event, event number 125. This is for the girls, 200-meter backstroke. We have 5 heats in this event next. And it's going to be heat number 1, our 12 and under A final. Mr. Referee. Swinging lane number 1 from Nose Creek, Nicole LaRue. Lane 2 from the University of Calgary, Finlay Wong. Lane 3 from the University of Calgary, Sophia Bullock. Lane 4, also University of Calgary, Megan Sutherland. Lane 5 from the University of Calgary, Callie Cardiff. Lane 6 from Cascade, Deanna Zent-McCloskey. Lane 7 from the Goldfinns, Hadley Hollick. And lane 8, also from the Goldfinns, Shay Sullivan. New record in this one. It's one of the older ones we have, set in 2005. Savannah King, a time of 2:30.44. Sutherland this morning swam 2:36.16. Goes to the halfway point, 1:17.43. Right on where she was this morning. Sitting second is Cardiff in lane number 5, followed by Sophia Bullock swimming in lane 3. The top 3 swimmers all from the University of Calgary right now, leading the way in our 12 and under final. And it is still Sutherland in lane number 4, followed by Cardiff and then Bullock. And Megan Sutherland in lane number 4, University of Calgary. We're going to win our 12 and under A final of women's 200-meter backstroke in 2:36.67. Second goes to lane number 5, Callie Cardiff. And in lane number 3, in for the bronze, it is Sophia Bullock from the University of Calgary. One sec. Results on the board are official. Next up will be heat number 2. This is our 13-year-old A final. Mr. Referee. Lane number 1 is Jasmine Rogaza, Regina Dolphins. Lane 2, Julia Wagner, University of Calgary. Lane 3, Farah Knight, Edmonton Canal. Lane 4, Hillary Gao, University of Calgary. Lane 5, Anna Harper, Cascade. Lane 6, Brooklyn Rideout, Killarney. Lane 7, Charlotte Johnson, Mavericks. And lane 8, Paige Slavitt, Cascade. Anna Harper in lane number 5. Leads the way through the first 100 meters. 1:15.74 is the split time. 2/10 of a second up on lane number 6, Killarney's Brooklyn Rideout. Third right now is Hillary Gao from the University of Calgary. She was the top qualifier in this 13-year-old final. 2:34.13 this morning. It's pretty close to that meet record time for the 13-year-old girls. It's a time of 2:32.69. Harper looking very strong here with the lead with just over 25 meters left to go. Anna Harper, Cascade Swim Club in lane number 5. Wham, 2:35.70 this morning. Watch out for Farah Knight moving nicely in lane 3. Knight now challenging as they have just over 5 meters left to go. It is lane number, at the touch by 2/10 of a second. Anna Harper, 2:34.87, the great touch just ahead of Farah Knight, Edmonton Canal. And third goes to University of Calgary's Hillary Gao in lane 4. Results on the board are official. On to our next heat. It's heat number 3. This is our 14-year-old girls A final. Mr. Referee. Swimming in this third heat, 14-year-old finalist in lane number 1, Julia Jaremko, Edmonton, Canada. Lane number 2, Kaylin Lothian, LA Swimming. Lane number 3, Sophia Meller, University of Calgary. Lane number 4, University of Calgary, Maria Melnick. Lane 5 from the University of Calgary, Christine Zhao. Lane 6 from the Mavericks, Lucy Weens. Lane 7 from the University of Calgary, Lauren Miller. Lane 8 from the Mavericks, Sofia Krystyakova. Just a reminder to all of our swimmers, teams, coaches, warm-up tomorrow is at 8 a.m. Warm-up tomorrow is at 8 a.m. Racing will start at 8:45 a.m. in the competition pool. There's additional space available for warm-up and warm-down elsewhere. But warm-up begins at 8 with racing starting at 8:45 tomorrow morning. Christine Zhao leads the way in lane number 5. It was pretty close this morning. A couple tenths separating the top 3 swimmers. Zhao was a 2:32.17. Being challenged by Sophia Meller in lane number 3. Top 3 swimmers from the University of Calgary. As we come to the finish, it is lane 5, Zhao. To the wall, 2:29.40 for the win. The second, I believe, is a light touch, though, is Meller in lane number 3, followed by Melnick in lane 4. Results on the board are official. Next up, heat number 4. This is the 15 and over girls B final. Mr. Referee. Lane number 1, Bronwyn Priest, Killarney. Lane 2, Rianne Gameo, Killarney. Lane 3, Brooklyn Avey from the Patriots. Lane 4, Ellie Baker, Cascade. Lane 5, Asia Dunham, Airdrie Phoenix. Lane 6, Maya Scher, Killarney. Lane 7, Alyssa Gutterson from Killarney. And lane number 8, Carolina Cruz from the Calgary Patriots. Brooklyn Avey with the lead in lane number 3. 2:31, 1-4 this morning in our preliminaries. Challenged by Dunham in 5 from the Phoenix. And it is Avey at 2:28, 1-8. Winning our B final. Results on the board are official. Fifth and final heat of the women's 200-meter backstroke. This is your A final, Mr. Referee. Here we go, lane 1, Madison Cahoot, Edmonton Keanu. Lane 2, Killarney's Avery Mitchell. Lane 3, Red Deer Catalina's Abby Baylor. Lane 4 from Keanu, Naomi Slee. Lane 5 from Edmonton Keanu, Eliana Phillips. Lane 6 from Keanu, Kaylee Crane. Lane 7 from Keanu, Maya Slee. And lane 8 from the University of Calgary, Rosie Hausman. .34.01 split time for Slee. She's the top qualifier from this morning. 2:20.25 is just a second over her best. Good swim by the Edmonton Keanu swimmer. 2:19.19 seed time. The meet record in this event goes back to 2009, a time of 2:15.85. The pool record stands at 2:12.94, set in 2007. Slee now turning at 1:09.0. Greats her second 50 at 35.0. Right where she was this morning. We'll see if she can pick it up on the back end of this race. Challenge her seed time, her best time at 2:19.19. And just 15 meters left to go for Naomi Slee in lane number 4, charging to the finish. We've got her teammate Eliana Phillips beside her in lane number 5. It's going to be Edmonton Keanu 1, 2, and maybe 3 to 20.01. A great swim for Slee for the win in 4, followed by Phillips in lane number 5. And third and bronze, making it a Keanu sweep, goes to lane 6, Kaylee Crane. Results on the board are official. On to our next event number 130. The boys open 200-meter freestyle. 5 heats in this event again. Up first, this is your 13 and under A final, Mr. Referee. Lane number 1 is Bruce Werbin from Parkland Pirates. Lane 2, Nathan Zhang, Cascade. Lane 3, Tyrone Chan, University of Calgary. Lane number 4 is Ryan Folk, Red Deer Catalina. Lane 5, Yakai Yang, University of Calgary. Lane 6, Mateo Chen, University of Calgary. Lane 7, Ken McWilliams, Alberta Marlins. And lane 8, Miles Dennison from Cascade. Ryan Falk leads the way. He split at 103.38. Got a best time of 2:10. He was 2:12 this morning. A couple tenths faster on the way out tonight than he was this morning. We'll see if he can get his legs going here in the last 75 meters. Yakai Yang beside him in lane number 5. Your top 2 swimmers here in the 13 and under boys. 200-meter freestyle coming to the last wall. The last turn and 50 meters to go. And it's going to be Ryan Falk, Red Deer Catalina, winning a 13 and under final. The time at 2:10.70. Second goes to Yakai Yang in lane number 5, University of Calgary. Third and bronze goes to lane 6, Mateo Chen from the University of Calgary. Results on the board are official. Next heat now, heat 2. It's our 14-year-old A final. Mr. Referee. Fourteen-year-old final, lane 1, Justin Cole, Edmonton Keanu. Lane 2, Levi Hildebrand, Patriots. Lane 3, Maddox Oliver Keanu. Lane number 4, Kingston Hitchcock, Red Deer Catalina, set a new meet record this morning, swimming 2:02.67. Taking down the old mark by a full second and a half. Second in lane number 5, Alan Piddock, Killarney. Lane 6 is Joe Dong, University of Calgary. Lane 7, Kian Wu, the Saskatoon Goldfinns. And lane 8, Ethan Lake from the Bow Valley Riptides. And let's see where Hitchcock is on the way out. He's out 0.8 of a second faster than he was at the 50. He was 1:00.30 this morning at the 100. And here he is, look at this, 58.9. That's a full second better than he was this morning. Turning in second is Piddock in lane and number 5, in a close race for third between Maddox Oliver in 3 from Edmonton Keanu and Levi Hildebrand, Patriots in lane 2. And Kingston Hitchcock coming to the last wall. Let's see if he can turn around in 1:59 or better. 1:31.07, just over that. Should be able to challenge for the time he did this morning. I'm going to have to pick it up and go pretty quick on this last 50 to get down to that 2:02.6 again. The race is still on for third now between lane number 2, Hildebrand, and lane and number 6, Joe Dong, University of Calgary. Hildebrand really moving though. This one is all Kingston Hitchcock in lane 4, 2:02.86 for the win. Second goes to lane number 5, Alan Piddock, Killarney, and third goes to Levi Hildebrand in lane number 2 from the Calgary Patriots. Results on the board are official. Next up, seed number 3, our 15-year-old A final, Mr. Referee. Lane number 1 is Isaac Curry, Regina Dolphins. Lane 2, Sierra Tishermanovich, Goldfinch. Lane 3, Parks Tweedale, Red Deer Catalina. Lane 4, Truman Vincent, Keanu. Lane 5, Spencer McFarland, Nose Creek. Lane 6, Benedict Pernhauser, Riptide. Lane 7, Jonas Smith, Cascade. And Lane 8, Soren Hansen from Regina Dolphins. Quite a race here in 4, 5, and 6. Truman Vincent, Spencer McFarland, and Benedict Pernhauser. Keanu, Nose Creek, and Bow Valley Rip coming to the 100 all together. Look at this, 1008 to 1012. Less than 0.4 of a second separate these three. And Truman Vincent put up a best time this morning by a few 100s. He was 132.9 at the 150-meter mark, 133.11 right there. Good race for that bronze medal between lane 6 and now lane number 1. Isaac Curry from the Regina Dolphins putting himself into podium contention. 25 meters left to go, and here comes lane number 7. Jonas Smith powering home here in lane 7 for the Cascade Swim Club, now up, and what a race for silver and bronze. It is Truman Vincent, 2:05.10. Second goes to the Bow Valley Rip. Swimming in lane number 6, that's Benedict Pernhauser. And third in bronze goes to lane 7, that's Cascade's Jonas Smith. Results on the board are official. On to heat number 4. This is the 16 and over boys. And this is our B final, Mr. Referee. Lane 1 is Ethan Pound, Patriots. Lane 2, Ethan Millman, Red Deer, Catalina. Lane 3, Balash, Moldovan, Killarney. Lane 4, Cooper Wallow, Red Deer, Catalina. Lane 5, Will Fleury, Calgary Patriots. Lane 6, Tucker Bueller, Olympians. Lane 7, Miles Grant, Red Deer, Catalina. And lane number 8, Kalen Sumong, Red Deer, Catalina. And winning the B, Cooper Waddle. Good drop from this morning, 201.58. Next is Heat 5. This is the 16 and over A final. Last of our boys 200-meter freestyle finals. Mr. Referee. Lane number 1, Daniel Alexander, LA Swimming. Lane 2, Addison Butler, University of Calgary. Lane 3, University of Calgary is Xavier Pimentel. Lane 4 from University of Calgary, Liam Dennett. Lane 5 from Edmonton, Canada, Andrew Chilton. Lane 6 from Red Deer, Catalina, Noah Thomas. Lane 7 from the Olympians, Nathaniel Shaw. And lane 8 from Edmonton, Canada, Merrick Phillips. Liam Dennett out strong in lane number 4. Meet record in this event, a 1:53.48, set in 2019 by Tristan Cote. And Dennett going through here the 100 meters at 56.76. Second and a half up on Andrew Chilton, Edmonton Canada in lane number 5. Dennett this morning was 129.7 at the 150-meter mark, 127.2. A couple seconds better than that. We'll see if he can get down to the 156s. Be a pretty good swim for Dennett. And the race is for second and third in lanes 2, 3, and 5. Liam Dennett is led from start to finish. Is going to win this one in lane 4. Dennett with a time of 1:58.34. Second goes to Andrew Chilton in lane number 5. And third in bronze goes to Xavier Pimentel in lane 3. Results on the board are official. And we turn our attention now down to the far end of the pool for event 135. This girls open 50-meter butterfly. Our first of 5 heats will be our 12 and under A final. Mr. Referee. Top qualifier, Elise Cook in lane number 4, 30.88. New record set by Kyla Lilo back in 2014, a time of 29.43 seconds. And Cook having a great race with Alexis Swan in lane number 5 as they come to the finish together. It is Cook, 30.07. And a tie for second in lane number 5. Tie for the silver medal between 2 University of Calgary teammates, Alexis Swan and Maya Harrington. Oh, that looks like that board has been corrected. It is a tie for bronze. Gold is Alexis Cook, silver Elise Cook, silver Alexis Swan, and bronze medals, as was on the scoreboard. Results are official. Next up, Heat 2. This is our 13-year-old A final. Mr. Referee.
It looked like it was a tie for silver in second, and then it was a
Yeah. Stephanie Zhang in lane at number 4. Just a couple of tenths off the meet record, a time of 30.14, and she's crushing it here in this final. And just over, though, good swim, faster than this morning. Stephanie Zhang, 30.45. Second, Saskatoon Goldfinns, Nicole Gobout. And bronze goes to the Calgary Patriots, Cadence Walderer in lane 3. Results on the board are official. Now on to heat number 3. This is your 14-year-old A final. Mr. Referee. Jasmine Lau, Edmonton, Canada, lane number 4 with just 9/100ths of a second over the meet record this morning. She swam 28.73. Meet record set by Kyla Leibel in 2015, a time of 28.64 seconds. And Lau looking very smooth and strong in lane 4 for Edmonton, Canada. Jasmine Lau, 29.11 for the win. Second goes to Haley Cameron in lane number 5, Calgary Patriots. And third and bronze goes to Nose Creek's Kelly Plosh in lane 3. Results on the board are official. Heat number 4 now. This is our 15 and over B final. Mr. Referee. Yeah, pretty close field, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All to the wall together, and it is lane 6, Kasha Dreyer, University of Calgary, winning in a time of 30.21. Results on the board are official. And you got about just about half an hour for last call at the beer barn outside. Still enjoying some pretty fine weather in the mid-20s. Once again, we got a last call happening in about 30 minutes out at the beer barn. This is our 5th and final heat now of the girls' 50-meter butterfly. Heat 5, 15 and over A final. Mr. Referee. Meet record in this one. Kyla Leibel again, a time of 27.44 set in 2019. Top qualifier Eliza Hausman in lane number 4. University of Calgary was 28.70 this morning. It is Hausman with the lead ahead of Red Deer Catalina's Maddie Weens in lane 5. Weens charging hard at the touch, 28.74 by 12/100ths of a second. Elizabeth Hausman, University of Calgary, followed by Maddie Weens, Red Deer Catalina, and then third in bronze goes the Okotoks Mavericks, Jenna Wiley. Results on the board are official. And it'll just be a minute as we switch up our refs and starters. A reminder once again, warm-up tomorrow begins at 8 a.m. Racing tomorrow begins at 8:45 a.m. And here we go now. Event number 140, boys 50-meter breaststroke. First of 5 heats. This is our 13 and under A final. Mr. Referee. Andy Hugh in lane number 4, University of Calgary, 34.65 this morning. 13 and under meet record set by Hayden Fisher in 2019, a time of 31.21. And Hugh in lane number 4 looking pretty good, pretty strong as it comes to the finish. He's got Edmonton Kianos, Slavkovsky in 5 challenging. At the touch, it is Slavkovsky from Edmonton Kiano, lane 5 by 1/100th of a second, 34.77. Second is Andy Hugh in lane number 4. Third in bronze was the University of Calgary's Zahir Bidmis, swimming in lane 3. Results on the board are official. Next up, Heat 2. This is your 14-year-old A final. Mr. Referee. Top qualifier in lane number 4, Ben Weir. He won this event as a 13-year-old last year. He's 31.5 this morning. The meet record goes back to 2018, a time of 31.21. And we're way out in front and crushing this swim, trying to get down to that meet record mark. 31.5 this morning. Tonight we're 31.23. Just 2/100ths of a second over the record, but good enough for the gold medal. Second goes to lane number 3, Josh Austin Coyle, Regina. And third in bronze goes to lane number 5, the Bow Valley Rip, Risha Ashcroft. Results on the board are official. Next up is our 15-year-old A final, Mr. Referee. Well, Jackson Kwan in lane number 4. He's the top qualifier, 32.66. He won this event last year as a 14-year-old swimmer. Time of 33.88. The meet record for 15-year-old boys, 29.75, set by Joshua Young when he swam for Red Deer Catalina. Here's Kwan in 4. Jax Jackson Kwan and Jackie Dong in lane number 5. University of Calgary racing to the finish, and it looks like Advantage Dong, 32.01 for the win. Second goes to Kwan in lane 4 from Cascade, and third in bronze was Edmonton Cano's Truman Vincent in lane 6. Results on the board are official. Next up, our fourth and final heat. This is the 16 and over boys A final. Mr. Referee. All right, 16 and over meet record in this one. Time of 28.58 seconds. We got a 29-20 out of lane number 4, Stephen Moore. University of Calgary Swim Club, lane number 5, Garrett Brenson was pretty close as well, 29-7. And it is Moore at the touch, 29.36 by 5/100ths of a second ahead of Garrett Brenson swimming in lane number 5. Third goes to Red Deer Catalina's Jaden Reburn. Results on the board are official. Next event now, event number 145, Girls Open 100-meter breaststroke. This is heat number 1, your 12 and under A final. Mr. Referee. Going to be a breaststroke for our 12 and under girls. Lane number 1, Alex Ginther from LA Swimming, lane 2. Mia Kehoe, Cascade, lane 3. Callie Cardiff, University of Calgary. Lane 4 is Grace Rowe, Killarney. Lane 5, Ava Phillips, Airdrie Phoenix. Lane 6, Riley Ginther, LA Swimming. Lane 7, that's Michaela Kirschmeyer, Killarney. And lane number 8, University of Calgary's Danica Hurst. Ava Phillips this morning, 125.94, has got a body length on the field as she closes to the finish. And it is Phillips, 122.48 for the win. Second is Callie Cardiff in lane number 3, and third in bronze goes to Killarney's Grace Rowe in lane 4. Results on the board are official. To our next heat now, heat 2. It's our 13-year-old A final. Mr. Referee. Swinging the water in heat. In lane number 1. From Killarney, it's Abigail Scher. Lane 2, Parkland's Peyton Tucker. Lane 3 from Keano, Farrah Knight. Lane 4 from Cascade, Lila Thiessen. Lane 5 from the Goldfins, Avery Houle. Lane 6 from LA Swimming, Emery McKenzie. Lane 7 from Cascade, Ellie Wise. And lane number 8 from the Mavericks, Catherine Cohen. Emery McKenzie from LA Swimming in lane number 6. Has the lead at the 50 at 38.55. Farrah Knight sits second and 3. And here comes Lila Thiessen in lane number 4. Here's a top qualifier this morning, Sam, 120.55. It was a best time. And she is out and challenging for the lead. But here comes lane 6. LA Swimming's Emery McKenzie. It's a great race in 4, 5, and 6 all the way to the finish. And it is 120.97. Emery McKenzie from LA Swimming taking the win. Second goes to Avery Houle in lane number 5 from the Goldfins. And third in bronze goes to Lila Thiessen from Cascade in lane 4. Results on the board are official. On to our next heat, Heat 3. This is our 14-year-old A final. Mr. Referee. And here we go with our 14-year-olds in lane 1, Megan LaRue, Nose Creek. Lane 2, Elsie Fielding, Nose Creek. Lane 3, Victoria Darling, Goldfins. Lane 4 is Haley Beeler, Edmonton Canada. Lane 5, Jasmine Lowell, Edmonton Canada. Lane 6, Morgan Hobson, Alberta Marlins. Lane 7, Lauren Rolick, Nose Creek. And lane number 8, it's Kyle Kidd from Killarney. Kaylee Beeler in lane number 4. She's the top seed in this final. She's 117.91 this morning. Out in a 37.48 first 50. Just over entry time. Something that 117.9 this morning. And this one looks to be all Edmonton Canados. Haley Beeler in lane 4. In for the touch and the win of 118.18. Second goes to lane number 5, her teammate Jasmine Lowell. And third in bronze goes to the Alberta Marlins, Morgan Hobson in lane 6. Results on the board are official. Now to our 15 and over category. The first of 2 heats. Heat number 4, this is our 15 and over girls B final. Mr. Referee. Lane number 1 is Rianne Gameo, Killarney. Lane 2, Mackenzie Pearson, Olympians. Lane 3, Grace Tarnott, Cascade. Lane 4, Priya Thomas, Red Deer, Catalina. Lane 5, Gabriella Schenk, Edmonton, Canada. Lane 6, Cayman Graham, Red Deer, Catalina. Lane 7, Haley Hughes, Nose Creek. And lane 8, Maria Resende Romero from Cascade. And at the touch, Priya Thomas, Red Deer Catalina, 118.54, winning our B final. Results on the board are official. This will be our fifth and a final heat of the women's 100-meter breaststroke, a 15 and over A final. Mr. Referee. As it finishes, Joanna Robertson in lane number 4. She was 114.51 this morning. Here tonight, 114.91 for the win. Second goes to lane at number 5. That's the University of Calgary's Mackenzie Wallich. Third and bronze goes to Cascades' Cameron Dale, swimming in lane 1. Results on the board are official. Here we go at event number 150. Now the boys 100-meter butterfly. It's going to be our first heat, the 13 and under boys A final. Mr. Referee. Lane 1 is Sky Song, Killarney. Lane 2, Chris Sang, Houston University of Calgary. Lane 3 is Miguel Lorenzo, University of Calgary. Lane 4, Aaron Chow, University of Calgary. Lane number 5, your race leader from Edmonton, Canada, Graham Pardo. He's out in front at 30.39 on that first 50. University of Calgary's Lucas Ayer in 6. Cascades, Daniel Forster in 7. And lane number 8, Tyrone Chen, swimming for the University of Calgary. He won the swim-off. Get himself up into this A final, but it is all Graham Pardo, the winner of the 400-meter individual medley. And Pardo this morning, 106.64. And here tonight, a good drop, 104.24. Second goes to Lucas Ayer, University of Calgary in lane 6. And third goes to lane 3 from the University of Calgary, Miguel Lorenzo. Results on the board are official. Next up, this is our 14-year-old A final. Mr. Referee. Fourteen-year-old A finalist Kingston Hitchcock, Redder Catalina. And lane number 4, 101.95. It was the second meet record that he broke. He broke the old standard from 2018, a time of 102.41. We'll look to see if he can get better than that time that he did this morning. He's got Maddox Oliver beside him from Edmonton, Canada, challenging. Oliver this morning, 103.18, has now moved ahead of Hitchcock at the close of this 14-year-old final, the 100-meter butterfly. It's going to be Maddox Oliver, Edmonton, Canada in 5, 103.16. Second goes to Hitchcock in lane number 4, and third in bronze goes to lane 3 from the University of Calgary, Joe Dong. Results on the board are official.
What's that?
So our final in the water, which is coming up, is the 15-year-old boys. It is listed as heat number 4 in your program. It's just showing as heat number 3 on the board, but it is the 15-year-old final. Just a reminder to all of our participants, officials, swimmers, coaches, and teams that warm-up is at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Racing begins at 8:45 a.m. There is additional warm-up space available after warm-up closes, but warm-up begins at 8, racing is at 8:45 tomorrow morning. So heat 4 in your program, heat 3 on the board. The same swimmers. This is your 15-year-old A final now, Mr. Referee.
Yeah, sure.
And here we go with this heat of 15 years of age. Top seeded Jason Yang in lane number 4. 102.44 this morning. Meet record of 58.41. Yang out pretty quick, 28.93. Got Benedict Bernhauser in lane number 3, sitting in third. Second is Yanni Milonic in lane number 5. It's Yang powering his way to the finish in lane number 4 for the win, 1:00.71. Second is lane number 5, Yanni Milonic, University of Calgary, and third in bronze was the lane 6. That's Nose Creek Spencer McFarland. Results on the board are official. Next up, heat number 5, 16 and over B final. The B final of our 16 and over boys. Noah Thomas in lane 4, Red Deer Catalina. The top seed in the B. He was 101.71 this morning. Looks like he's holding on and doing pretty good here as he comes to the finish. Noah Thomas, Red Deer, 100.34. Nice drop from this morning to win our B final. Results on the board are official. Our last heat now. This is our 16 and over A final. Mr. Referee. The record in this event stands at a 55.00. Set in 2019 by Mackenzie Flowers, Keir Frisbee, Edmonton Cano in lane number 4, 56.48 this morning. So here he is at the 50-meter mark, 26.52, just 6/100ths of a second ahead of Thomas McDonald beside him in lane 5. Owen Allen rounds out the top 3 in lane number 6 for the University of Calgary as they turn to come on home with just over 15 meters left to go. It's Frisbee, McDonald, and then Friesen. And here moving up in lane 6, Owen Alwood. And it is Frisbee at 56.10. 0.2 of a second drop from this morning. Second is Owen Alwood in lane 6. And then third, Thomas McDonald in lane 5 from the University of Calgary. Results on the board are official. And moving on to event number 155. It's our last individual event of the night. This is the girls' open 400-meter freestyle. We do have 4 heats in this event. Heat number 1 will be our 12 and under A final. Mr. Referee. That's our 12 and under final of the 400-meter freestyle. Lane number 1 from Nose Creek is Nicole LaRue. Lane 2 from the University of Calgary, Sophia Bullock. Lane 3 from Edmonton, Canada, Lena Slee. Lane 4 from Edmonton, Canada is Elise Cook. Lane 5 from the University of Calgary, Megan Sutherland. Lane 6 from the University of Calgary, Angelina Wang. Lane 7 from the University of Calgary, Sean Chan. And lane 8 from Edmonton, Canada, Mail Bukawi. Elise Cook and lane number 4, Edmonton, Canada, 4:52, 6:3. About 8 seconds faster than we had for a winning time last year. Cook goes around in 109.0. Right on her heels is Lena Slee, her teammate in lane 3. And Megan Sutherland from the University of Calgary in lane number 5. We're into the 150 turn. It's still your top 3 swimmers in 3, 4, and 5, led by Elise Cook, Edmonton, Canada. 1:45.92 is the split time. 0.7 of a second up on her teammate Slee. Great underwater from Megan Sutherland. In lane number 5, it's a very, very close race for second and third. As they hang on the hips of Elise Cook, your race leader in lane number 4 from Edmonton, Canada. Coming now to the halfway point. It's going to be the 200-meter mark. And here goes Cook around in 222.30, followed by Sutherland, 224.2, and then as a 224.7 split for Lena Slee in lane 3. Elise Cook equaled her seed time to the 100th this morning at 4:52.63. She's sitting about 3 seconds faster than where she was this morning in the prelims. Stand corrected. She is now 5 seconds, really picking it up on the back end of the race. That first 50 here on the second half. A little bit more than a second faster than she was this morning. At the 300, she turns at 3:35.90. Returning second, it is Sutherland from the University of Calgary. She still sits up by a half second on Lena Slee, Edmonton, Canada in lane number 3. The last wall for your race leader, Elise Cook. She turns at 4:12.54. She's going to put up a great swim here down in the mid 440s. And what a swim by Cook here in the middle of the pool. Comes in dropping off of that personal best, 4:46.72, a 6-second drop and a great last 50 for the win from Elise Cook, Edmonton, Canada. Close race for second. It's going to go to lane 3, just by 0.3 of a second. Lena Slee, Edmonton, Canada, while third in bronze goes to lane number 5, Megan Sutherland, University of Calgary. Results on the board are official. To our next heat now, heat 2. This is your 13-year-old A final. Mr. Referee. Swinging in lane number 1 is Peyton Tucker from Parkland. Lane 2, Paige Slavich Cascade. Lane 3, Brandumi Eshwargi, University of Calgary. Lane 4, Sophia Becker, University of Calgary. Lane 5, Hunter Page Cascade. Lane 6, Sophie Smith, University of Calgary. Lane 7, Zoe Zimonik, the Goldfins. And lane 8, Elsie Abbott, Nose Creek. And Hunter Page looking pretty strong in lane number 5. She was 4:52.65 this morning. The second qualifier, just a couple tenths of a second back of Sophia Becker in lane 4. The top 2 swimmers, both 5 seconds faster than the event-winning time last year. It was a time of 4:57.33. And Sophia Becker taking back the lead here at the 150-meter mark. It's a seesaw battle in the middle of the pool as they come to the halfway point together. Both Becker in 4 and Page in lane number 5. 4:52.20, 4:52.65 respectively this morning. 22.67 is the split time for Becker. 3 full seconds better than this morning at the same place. She was right on her personal best this morning with a couple tenths of that time at 4:52.60. Hunter Page did drop a second off her personal best. She's currently sitting 3 seconds faster than the split that she did at the 200 this morning. And Becker trying to break free of Page now as they come to the 3/4 mark. This will be 300 meters in this race done. And Sophia Becker's got a half body length on her as she comes to the 300-meter mark. This morning it was 3:40.3. Tonight 3:36.7. See who's got the finish, who's got the legs at the end. Becker's breathing to her right, and Page is trying to sneak up on her left side without getting seen. Here we go. We got a race in our hands in 4 and 5 for this 400-meter freestyle win. Page has clawed her way back up in lane number 5 and challenging Becker as they come to the last wall. There goes Becker, there goes Page. 0.3 of a second is all that separates the two of them. And Sophia Becker now breathing to the right side, sees Hunter Page beside her to the right as they hit the red marks. 25 meters left to go, and it is still too close to call between Becker in 4, Page in 5 as they come to the finish. Look at this race we've had. They've gone the whole way together. And at the touch, Sophia Becker, 4:48.48, a great swim for the win. And a big drop by Hunter Page for silver in 4:48.88 in lane 5. And bronze goes to lane number 6. That's the University of Calgary's Sophie Smith. And those results on the board are official. Next heat now. It's going to be our third heat. This is your 14-year-old A final. Mr. Referee. In our 14-year-old final, swimming in lane number 1, Elsie Fielding, Nose Creek. Lane 2, Addison Pruden, Red Deer Catalina. Lane 3, Kelly Plosh, Nose Creek. Lane 4, Lauren Miller, University of Calgary. Lane 5, Jenna McDougall, Cascade. Lane 6, Sophia Miller, University of Calgary. Lane 7, Aya Kanawi, University of Calgary. Lane 8, Lynn Akiyama from Bow Valley Rip. Lauren Miller at 4:46.25 in lane number 4, top seed. 3 seconds faster than the winning time in this event last year. Goes to the first 100 meters in a 1:07.29 split. Second is Kelly Plosh, Nose Creek in lane 3, followed by Jenna McDougall in lane 5 for Cascade. And Miller starting to extend that lead on the field, outsplitting everybody by 1.5 seconds. On that third 50, as she comes here to the halfway point, she was 2:21.59 this morning in the prelims. And Miller cracking the 2:20 mark, 2:19.40. Kelly Plosh turns at 2:24.8. Jenna McDougall at 2:26.1. And Lauren Miller way out on her own in this one. Coming to the 300. Miller this morning, 4:46. Turned at 3:31.7. It's a few seconds faster than she was this morning. She's already taken 4 seconds off her entry time. That came in at a 4:50.36. It's a great race out of the middle of the pool. Lauren Meller takes the last turn for the University of Calgary in lane number 4, splitting a 4:08.11. Going to be Kelly Plosh from Nose Creek in lane number 3, turning in second, followed by Jenna McDougall from Cascade in lane number 5. Top 3 swimmers, less than 50 meters to go, less than 25 meters to go for Meller. See how much more she can drop. And Lauren Meller, University of Calgary, 4:50 entry time, 4:46 this morning, and a 4:43.31 for the win tonight. Next is going to be lane number 3, Kelly Plosh from Nose Creek, 4:55.0, followed by Jenna McDougall. Taking off a little bit more time for her in lane number 5, 4:56.47 for the bronze. Results on the board are official. Now our last 40-meter freestyle final for the women. This is our 15 and over A final. Mr. Referee. In lane number 1, it is Cascade's Kira Kennedy. Lane 2, Emden Keanu's Natalie Chow. Lane 3, Red Deer Catalina's Abby Baylor. Lane 4 from Keanu, Naomi Slee. Lane 5 from Cascade, Cora Wilson. Lane 6 from Red Deer Catalina, Grace Hitchcock. Lane 7 from Cascade, Peyton Kelly. And lane number 8 from Cascade, Lee Butler. Naomi Slee out in front, 104.52 at the first 100. This morning, Slee swam 4:26.86, a meet record set in 2009, a time of 4:18.11. Slee's best time does put her right down at that meet record mark. Second right now is Abby Baylor, Red Deer Catalina in lane number 3, followed by Cascade's Cora Wilson in lane 5. And here we go to the halfway mark for your race leader from Edmonton, Canada, Naomi Slee. A little bit faster than she was this morning. She turns around at 2:12.0. Baylor's next in lane number 3, followed by Wilson in lane 5. Top 3 swimmers now onto the back half of this women's 400-meter freestyle race. Winning time last year was done by Ellie Couture, a time of 4:28.83. And Naomi Slee way out on her own as she comes to the 300-meter mark in lane number 4, turning in 3:18 and 98. Abby Baylor still in second, followed by Cora Wilson, lane number 5. Gaining a bit of ground is Grace Hitchcock, Red Deer Catalina in 6, trying to challenge for a podium finish as it comes to the last 100 meters. We going for Naomi Slee. She's on pace to be about 425, 426. A little bit over than 25 meters left to go now. And here we go at the finish. Lane number 4. Kempton Keanos, Naomi Slee, 426.86 this morning. Winning here tonight, 425.41. Pretty close race for silver and bronze in 5 and 6 as they come to the finish together. Second's going to go to Cora Wilson from the Cascade Swim Club in lane number 5. While third and bronze goes to Red Deer Catalina's Grace Hitchcock in lane 6. Results on the board are official. And here we go with our timed final relays. The first event up is event number 156. This is the boys at 12 and under, 4x50 meter freestyle relay. Mr. Referee. We have one lone competitor in the 12 and under boys. It's a Cascade Swim Club swimming in lane number 4, led out by Miles Dennison. And Dennison's playing 29 and 6'9" on his leg. He's passed off to Kieran Black. Here comes Black to the 100-meter mark, 29.69 split for Dennison. Black splitting 31.20 as they lap at 1:00.89. Ryder Heskey now in the water for Cascade. Now, as these are time final events, with the exception of this heat, there are more than one heat in each of the events, so the results will be combined to determine the overall winners. Well, the winner of this heat will win our 12 and under category. We have multiple heats in our other age group categories. Just a reminder that the first, second, and third place teams in the relays can all report to the podium. We are awarding medals for gold, silver, and bronze finishes in the relays. And Cascade wins the 12 and under boys in a time of 2:05.35. Next up is event number 158, 13 to 14-year-old boys. This is heat number 1 of 2, Mr. Referee. Swimming in lane number 2, Red Deer Catalina. Lane 3, University of Calgary. Lane 4, Regina Dolphins. Lane 5, Goldfinch. Lane 6, Cascade. And lane 7, University of Calgary E-Team. Red Deer Catalina leading the way in lane number 2. A 25-9 split for Kinston Hitchcock. New record in this event set back in 2017, a time of 1:42.45. $53.82 is the split time for your race leaders. Red Deer Catalina in lane number 2. They're being followed by the Goldfinch swimming in lane number 5, and then the Regina Dolphins in lane 4. Last leg now for the Red Deer Catalina team. They have Ben Baylor as their anchor leg, swimming in the 4th spot. Regina Dolphins trying to make a late surge in lane number 4 as they claw back all sorts of real estate on Red Deer Catalina with 15 meters left to go. Red Deer still holding on, but coming like a freight train. It is the Regina Dolphins in lane 4. And it is Dolphins with the win in our first heat, 154.19. Those times are good. Moving on to heat number 2 of 2, Mr. Referee. Second heat, we've got the Goldfinch in lane 1. Calgary Patriots in lane 2. Lane 3 is Cascade. Lane 4, University of Calgary. Lane 5, Edmonton, Canada. Lane 6, University of Calgary. Lane 7, University of Calgary C-Team. And lane 8, Edmonton, Canada. $52.84 is the split time. University of Calgary sitting out of Edmonton, Canada in lane number 5. Third is University of Calgary, is their B team in 6. And 50 meters left to go for your race leaders. University of Calgary A team in lane number 4. They've got Aaron Chow in the end. He's being chased by Maximilian Smorchuk, Edmonton, Canada, lane number 5. And then University of Calgary, their B team, with Mateo Chen in lane 6, moving up and challenging for second. At the touch, it is 145.56 for the win. That's the University of Calgary in lane 4. Second is Edmonton, Canada in lane number 5. And third University of Calgary B team in lane 6. Times are good. Just a reminder to all of our swimmers on the relays that we are giving medals for first, second, and third. So in that event, University of Calgary, Keano, and the University of Calgary B team can all report to the awards podium. Next up, it's event number 160, the boys 15 and over. This is the first of 2 heats, Mr. Referee. Just a reminder once again, top 3 teams to the podium. University of Calgary, Keano, and the University of Calgary B team for medal presentations. (15 and over boys). First heat, swimming in lane 2 of the Olympians. Lane 3, Cascade. Lane 4, Edmonton, Keano. Lane 5, the Goldfinns. Lane 6, Red Deer Catalina. And lane number 7, the Goldfinns B team. Cascade leading the way at the 100-meter mark. 51.01 is the split time. They've got a second. Have an advantage on lane number 4, Edmonton, Keano. Just 3/100ths of a second separated Cascade and Keano, but a good leg here by Jonas Smith. At the end has put himself up. It's going to be Cascade in lane 3 winning our first heat. Looks like that was a 1:42.90 kind of flash and then went away. Wait and see with that heat winning time. It was 1:42.90, lane 3, Cascade. Next up, this is heat number 2 of 2. Last heat of the boys, 4x50 meter freestyle relay. Mr. Referee. Final heat of the boys, lane 1, Calgary Patriots, lane 2, Keano, lane 3, Red Deer Catalina, lane 4 is Cascade, lane 5, University of Calgary, lane 6, University of Calgary B, lane 7, Nose Creek, and lane 8, C team from the University of Calgary. Looks like it is lane number 4, Thomas Pratch, leading the Cascade Swim Club, being challenged by Jaden DeBruin from Red Deer Catalina in lane number 3. 23-4-1 split for Pratch in lane number 4. Meet record in this event set in 2018. Cascade Swim Club, a time of 1:36.47. Coming down to our anchor legs, and here they go. Broden Kelly led the Cascade to the lead. They've got big Liam Weaver on the anchor leg. We saw him win the 50-meter butterfly the other night, prepping for this event. He was a bronze medalist this year at the World Championship Trials. Weaver powering his team to the finish. 136.98, 22.97 split by Weaver. Just missing that meet record by a couple tenths of a second. Second is the University of Calgary. This is their C team in lane number 8. And third goes to Red Deer Catalina, swimming in lane 3. Once again, all three teams can report to the awards podium for their medals. And moving on to event number 161 now. Going to be starting our girls relays. Again, a reminder, boys, we are presenting medals to your top 3. So if we could have those top 3 finishers cascade University of Calgary and Red Deer to the awards podium for their medals. Moving on to event number 161. This is a 12 and under girls 4x50 meter freestyle relay. This is heat number 1 of 1. Mr. Referee. Lane number 1, University of Calgary. Lane 2, University of Calgary C team. Lane 3 is Keanu. Lane 4, University of Calgary A. Lane 5, University of Calgary B. Lane 6 is Cascade. Lane 7, the Goldfinch. And Lane 8, University of Calgary E team. Edmonton Keanu with the lead, 29.05, a split by Elise Cook on the first leg. Hitting the wall, 58.71, 29.66 for Lena Slee. They're being followed by University of Calgary in lane number 4. University of Calgary B in lane 5. And it's going to go to lane number 4. University of Calgary A team winning in a 156.10. That is a new meet record. And the girls 12 and under, 4x50 meter freestyle relay. Second goes to the University of Calgary B team in lane 5. And third goes to Edmonton Keanu in lane 3. And those results are good. So event number 163 now, the first of 2 heats. The girls 13 to 14, 4x50 meter freestyle relay. Just to let everybody know, one of the heats of the 12 and under girls through scratches was removed. So we are jumping about 5 minutes ahead of schedule from the posted session report after reducing one of the heats in event number 161. This is the first of two heats of the girls 13 to 14. Lane 1 is Regina Dolphins. Lane 2, the Goldfins. Lane 3, LA Swimming. Lane 4, University of Calgary. Lane 5, the Calgary Patriots. Lane 6, Keano. Lane 7, Keano. And lane 8, the Airdrie Phoenix. Pretty close race here to finish off for first heat. Going to go to LA Swimming in lane number 3, anchored by Alana Jans van Rensburg. 2:02.66. Times are good. On to heat number 2 of 2, Mr. Referee. Second and our last heat of the girls 13 to 14. The meet record in this event, a 1:49.46, set 4 years ago by the University of Calgary Swim Club. Winning time last year, a 1:55.98. Saskatoon Goldfins are in lane 1, Calgary Patriots in 2, Keano in 3, University of Calgary in 4, Cascade in 5, University of Calgary in 6, Cascade in 7, and the Parkland Pirates in lane 8. Stephanie Zhang led the way for the University of Calgary at 28.9. Hitting the wall at the 100 now with Marriott Melelnik. 56.50 is a split. Ellie Wise brings Cascade into second in lane number 5, followed by University of Calgary in lane 6. Ranumi Ashwargi is leading the charge for the University of Calgary race leaders in lane 4 as all of our anchor legs get ready to go. For University of Calgary in 4, it's Sophia Miller. For Cascade in 5, Lydia Zelke. And for University of Calgary in 6, Sophia Becker. And a great swim in the middle of the pool as the University of Calgary in lane 4 comes in to win in a time of 1:53.13. Second and silver goes to Cascade in lane 5. And third and bronze goes to lane number 3, Edmonton Keano. Times are good. Next event is event 165. This is the last event of the night 15 and over girls, 4x50 meter freestyle relay. This is heat number 1 of 3. Mr. Referee. Lane number 1 is the Airdrie Phoenix. Lane 2, Calgary Patriots. And lane number 3, Saskatoon Goldfinns. Meet record in this event was set back in 2019 by Cascade, a time of 1:47.45. Winning heat 1, the Goldfinns, 2:00:87. Times are good. Here we go at heat number 2. Just letting everybody know that warm down space will be available in this main competition tank for 15 minutes at the conclusion of this race. Warm down space in the other areas of the facility is now closed. If you'd like to warm down after your relay, you can do so at the conclusion of the women's 50-meter freestyle race. In our second heat, we got the Olympians in 1, Alberta Marlins in 2, Patriots in 3, Keanu in 4, Red Deer Catalina in 5, Goldfinns in 6, and the Red Deer Catalina B team in lane 7. 2:00:27, 1 hour first heat. And it looks like winning heat number 2 going to be Edmonton Keanu in lane number 4, time of 1:55.43. Times are good. So our third and our final heat. Women's 15 and over, 4x50 meter freestyle relay. Mr. Referee. Just a reminder, as our last heat gets underway, warm-ups are at 8 a.m. Racing starts at 8:45 a.m. tomorrow. Swimming in lane number 1, LA Swimming. Lane 2, Cascade. Lane 3, the Calgary Patriots. Lane 4 is Cascade A. Lane 5, University of Calgary. Lane 6, Keanu. Lane 7, University of Calgary B. And lane 8, the Cascade C team. 27:71 is the split time by Brooklyn Avey. And lane number 3 for the Calgary Patriots. As you mentioned, that meet record goes back to 2019, a time of 1:47.45. Cascade taking over the lead with a 26:79 split by Chloe Baker. Sitting a couple tenths of a second ahead of the University of Calgary Swim Club. The race leaders in 4, it's Leah Butler for Cascade, followed by the University of Calgary's Kara Peterson. And then it looks like it is Edmonton Canada with Gabrielle Dunn. Cascade, a 27:83 split for Butler. It's a 1:22.45 as they go to the final swimmer. It is Peyton Kelly. Just saw her younger brother win the boys' race. She's trying to live up to those expectations here. And it looks like she is going to do it. Peyton Kelly anchoring the Cascade women's team to a 1:48.89 win. Matching her younger brother's gold medal tonight. Second will go to lane number 6, it's Edmonton Keanu, and third in bronze will go to University of Calgary, swimming in lane 5. Once again, swimmers, if you'd like to warm down, you can do so in the main competition pool. Thank you very much to all of our volunteers and officials for your great efforts today. We appreciate your time. A special thank you to swimmers, coaches, and teams for the great swims. One final reminder, warm-ups tomorrow at 8 a.m. for an 8:45 a.m. start of day 2. We can have our top 3 teams report to the awards podium for a final presentation for the girls 15 and over. Top 3 teams to the awards podium, please.